o'clock, and Vanessa is in the studio. Vanessa Lane Jennings. She is here to answer your questions about the law. Now, let me warn you that we have fun with Vanessa, and that makes it seem like a fun show, and it is a fun show for us. But I also know that the law is often really serious and sometimes emotional. If you have a question that Vanessa can help you with, please don't hesitate to call. I suspect that a lot of the things you'd like to talk to an attorney about are very personal, so I wouldn't blame you if you'd said, you know what, not on the radio show, but I would love to call Vanessa at her office, and we would recommend that as well. But if you have something that maybe we can all learn from, it would be awesome if you would call in. The number here is 622-9622. Just real quickly, if you don't already know, Vanessa Lane Jennings is who I'm referring to. I don't know if I said your whole name for a second there. Vanessa is an attorney focusing on, well, pretty much all law, criminal, contract, small business, family, employment law. You have a pretty impressive resume. You worked on congressional campaigns as a political coordinator and organizers. You probably are getting a big kick out of today's political season. You worked as a prosecutor in the domestic violence unit at the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office. You're a member of the Florida Association of Women Lawyers and the founder of the law firm, the Jennings Law Firm here in Ocala. There. I don't always do all of your credentials, but it's good to do them now and then. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's a laundry list. I was so excited.
I don't remember were you wearing glasses? Do you wear glasses?
I almost never wear glasses, but I had an eye infection, so the doctor's like, you are wearing glasses.
You had contacts all this time I've known you?
All this time that you've known me, I've been wearing contacts, yes.
Were you born needing glasses?
No.
No, okay.
That's something that happens somewhere along the way.
What do they call it? Presbyopia or something like that?
I call it I can't see. That's what I call it.
Happened to me, too.
That's one of them.
It happened to me, too.
Kinds.
I never needed glasses until 40-something. And now if I look at you without my glasses, it's like I'm underwater.
That's very discerning. Yeah, I can't. If I take my glasses off, I won't be able to see probably Robin, and Robin's sitting no more than for the people at home.
You see like me then, because I can't see anything without my glasses.
Yeah, I can't see it all. It started off just needing to see the blackboard, I think, like my senior year of high school, and all the way through college. And then somewhere right around college, I went downhill fast.
Can you sue a psychic for giving you wrong information?
Can I sue a psychic for giving me
Like, let's say a psychic says, play the lottery tonight, you're going to win. And so you spend $100 and you don't win anything. Can you sue that psychic?
I'm going to give you my canned answer. You can sue anybody for any reason whatsoever.
Well, that's what I heard from a lady named Vanessa.
Now, the reality is I don't believe you'd be able to sue her for that.
Oh, really?
Right, because, she's contacting the spirits. Maybe the spirits were just a day off. Because she would be.
Listen, but what you just did, you demonstrated your mind. That was an awesome demonstration of how you think.
Okay.
Because I just saw how you would defend me if I was the psychic.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool answer. I never thought about that.
Yeah, but think about it. What you showed if I was the psychic and I was the one in trouble because I gave the wrong information, that's how you would have protected me, wouldn't you?
I would have done it in so many different ways. That would have just
been one of them.
Right. No, because if you think about, if I was like, if you were the person, if you're the psychic Larry, you don't make guarantees. Where are you making a guarantee? Unless they sign something that says, I guarantee that everything I say is true. And I would say there's a presumption in society that it's an entertainment. And for all the psychics out there who are listening, I am not saying that. I'm just saying.
They can sue you.
Right.
Well, I'm not a psychic, but I am a magician. I don't know if I ever told you this.
I did not know this. I'm now intrigued.
Listen to this. You know how some people can turn one thing into another? I can turn my car into a McDonald's.
That is amazingly talented. That means I'm a magician too, and I didn't even know it.
Yeah. I do that trick a lot. I say, well, there it is on the right. Let me turn into it.
Absolutely. That's how I turn things into things with my car.
Did you have a good Mother's Day?
I did. My sister gave me a gift. It made me cry.
Oh.
I don't cry for anything.
Is this the sister I met? You have two sisters?
I do have two sisters, yes. This is the sister you met who was
Elsa
for poking for the peewees.
Yeah, she was. She had a lollipop, and I said to her,
that's about right.
I said to her, it was a rainbow-colored lollipop, and I said,
and that's yet again still right.
I said to her, "Are you Vanessa's sister?" And she looked up from her lollipop and said, "Yes." I said, is your name, can I say her name on the air?
Sure.
Oh, okay. I said, is your name Sally? Yes. I said, oh, well, your sister does a show on the radio with us. So.
And then she probably had no interest whatsoever.
Cool. She said, cool.
Cool. That's all right.
And then I said, okay, yes, I'm not impressing her at all.
It's hard to impress somebody who's 21. I'm telling you what.
Oh, it is. Very much so.
It's very difficult. I try to impress her. It just doesn't work. She just stares at me. We're fine.
Do you have any cases where minors sue you? Because we hear about that in the news. I mean, do they come to you and they want you to sue their folks for some reason? I mean, that seems to be more and more in the news now.
I've had minors come for emancipation purposes. So that is.
And what does that mean?
That's when they're trying to go out on their own and be their own adult.
Oh.
And an emancipated minor, so they're able to sign contracts, enter into contracts, because normally you can't do that until the age of 18. That's what the law says. But you can get around it if a judge says that you're mature enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And that you have your own place. Normally, it's some of these people have their own place to live, or they've lived on their own. They have the means to support themselves. They have the job. They have a car. They have everything they need to support themselves. So they're acting like an adult already, which isn't a lot of kids that I know.
And you've had those cases,
that's
huh?
Scary.
I've had 2 so far. Mm-hmm. I mean, because those are very rare cases, but most of the time when minors want any type of action in court, it's normally a minor needing an injunction for one reason or another.
Oh, that's kind of scary when you think about it, that there's no adult guidance there and they have to live on their own and take on the world.
Yeah, I mean, one of the cases that I worked with, they were living with a relative because their parents passed away in a car accident.
Oh.
So they were 17 and a half years old. They already graduated. They graduated high school at 16, and they were going to go off to college, and they were going to do their own thing. And they didn't, they had already graduated from CF by 17 and a half. I mean, they've done everything. They're ready to go off, and they're ready to be an adult, and it's hard to, and it was only a 6-month period, I know, but they wanted to adult a little early.
Mm-hmm.
And why was there anything in their way from doing that? Why did they have to come and get legal action?
Well, because you can't, if they wanted to buy a car at the age of, or, go to and get a loan and do all that, they can't do that. They have to wait till they're 18.
But through legal action, you can change that?
Mm-hmm. They could become emancipated. Yes, sir.
Really? So you say, so they go into a car dealership, say, I want to buy a car. You're too young. I beg to differ. I'm emancipated.
Yeah, they bring. There's a decree. There's an order.
And you have to have a card or something. Your emancipation card.
No, they bring in court paperwork. It's your court order.
Oh, okay. You should make it a card. Put it in your wallet. It's easier. A laminated card.
While I agree with you, that would mean the whole state would have to go into that system. Right now, you just take your court order.
Wow, isn't that interesting? Kind of sad when you think about it, because
there's a sadness to that. Yeah, I think so too. We do have a phone call. Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air with Vanessa.
Yes. Good morning.
Hey.
Can a lawyer pick a judge to take a client in front of for any particular reason? Like, let's say one judge is better on these kind of cases, or too tough on that kind of a case, so you don't want him. Can he select a judge?
Thank you for your question. No, that's called forum shopping, and that is a big no-no in the law.
Really?
It's like a roulette wheel. When you file a case, attorneys file it electronically through the Florida e-portal, so it's like through a website, and it automatically is sent to the clerk of courts, whatever county they're in, and then those clerks just willy-nilly pick a judge, and that's the judge you're in front of.
If the case is not going the way you want it to go, can you change judges?
That's still forum shopping. Nope, your judge is your judge is your judge. You could always, if you don't like it at the very end, you have the ability to appeal his or her decision, but you're not allowed to change it midway unless you can show that there's good cause for it. Like if you believe that there's a biasness against you directly, like let's say you went to high school with this judge, and maybe you took their lunch money one time, and they're holding a grudge. And you're showing that they're showing biasness towards you, and it's not going in your favor. Or let's say the other side, something positive happened, like they're golf buddies, and that they're just favorable on the other side and they're going against you. At that point in time, you could ask the judge to recuse themselves.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll take a little break and we'll be right back. If you have a question for Vanessa or a comment, you're welcome to call. The number is 622-9622. And before we end, we'll be sure to give you Vanessa's number at her office, which is the Jennings Law Firm. And that way you'll be able to call Vanessa with a private conversation. We'll take a break and be right back.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Yeah, I'm that drip coming down from the corner of the room. But where did I come from? I'll never tell.
Bone Dry Roofing can and will fix it right the first time using quality materials and will deal honestly and fairly with you, period. You can find Bone Dry Roofing on their website, bonedryroofingllc.com, and Facebook at Bone Dry Roofing LLC. Do it right before your roof needs a tarp to keep the elements out. Bone Dry Roofing stands behind their work to help make your home safe and secure, plus they have financing available. Remember, if you're not bone dry, then you're all wet.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
Need a mailbox rental but need more information? Remember, Personal Service Center, 789-6683. How does $10 a month sound with just a 3-month commitment? Remember, Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Mention WOCA and the setup fee is waived. Personal Service Center will email or text notifications to you when your packages arrive. Even scan mail so you never actually have to pick it up. Now that's service. Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Located on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, Ocala. Look for the yellow signs.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
Black Cow composted cow manure is a terrific organic soil amendment. We start with cow manure from dairy farms and then compost it a full 90 days. The result is an all-natural, dark, rich soil amendment that's great for everything you grow. Flowers, vegetables, shrubs, trees, and lawns too. Look for Black Cow in the bright yellow and black bag at your favorite nursery or garden center.
Black Cow, the mature manure, Black Cow.
All right, we have too much fun with you. Vanessa is in the studio, and you have a legal question now, a law-related question. The number to call is 622-9622. If you're of the mindset, like I probably would be, I'm not calling a radio show with my personal question, where would we call, Vanessa? What's your number?
352-804-0092.
And 804-0092. Call us if you need that repeated, and we'll be glad to share that with you. Yeah, I could imagine why you wouldn't want to call on the air, but we would love you to, because then we learn from it.
It could always be a hypothetical. You can call for your friend.
Oh, there you go.
So
I like for my friends.
The president this morning. I know we've talked about the boys' room, girls' room thing before. Okay.
Yes.
So I've I'm pliable. I might have had an opinion a week ago and changed my mind ever since then. So I'm okay with it now. I'm not so sure like the showers, but the bathroom, who cares? But here's what I thought. If you ladies are going to start using the men's room, the only request I have is that if you use the urinals, learn the rules. Don't ever stand next to a guy if there's an opportunity to have one between you. Okay?
Okay, that's fair enough.
Step number 2. Rule number 2, don't talk. Don't talk. If you're going to be using the urinal next to me, I don't know how physically you do this, but I read there's a device. So
there actually is a device.
All right. So it's okay. I'm fine. I'm not going to look.
I Googled that one.
You shared.
I'm not going to look. I'm not going to ask. And you don't talk. You don't talk. All right? By the same token, Robin was telling me that men don't do courtesy flushes. I didn't even know what this was. To mask the noise. Okay?
That's right.
So if I go into the ladies' room, I now know if it's going to be noisy.
That's right.
To do a courtesy flush so nobody has to hear it.
Exactly.
See, in the men's room, it's like trumpets going off.
We go downhill so fast on the show. It's like so fast.
You really have to learn how to reach back to it's something I don't do.
I mean, that's... First of all, I have comments for that, but I'll say that for afterwards. But okay, I could appreciate that. But if you go into the ladies' room, we actually talk. Can we talk to one another?
Yeah, we.
Oh, that's your room. You do whatever you want.
No. But like when we go to the restroom, there's times when people talk to each other. Like they'll just have conversations.
It's in the ladies' room. In the men's room.
And the men's room is silence, except for the trumpets.
Oh, except for once in a while, there's a guy who didn't get the note. Especially if they know you do a radio show.
There clearly has been an incident.
Especially if they listen to the show. Hey, aren't you that guy on the radio? You know what I heard you say? I don't agree with you. You know, it's a bad time.
Can we pick this up about 2 minutes from now?
Well, since President Obama did do his mandate now for all the public schools, can the schools get together and sue him and tell him that we don't want this? We want girls in girls' rooms and boys in boys' rooms and locker rooms.
Why I always love saying you could sue anybody and everybody for any reason or no
But it's not just schools; it's rest areas too.
Right. It goes a little bit harder when you're suing the president because there's, they have immunity.
Can you imagine that?
Oh,
Government
okay.
immunity.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's hard to sue the government. I mean, you can sue.
Are you going to be comfortable somebody? Would a lady be comfortable in a men's room that has the bareback thing going on? There's no walls. Because a lot of times you go into a men's room, like on the turnpike,
right?
And there's no real stalls. It's just like 4 toilets next to each other.
Really? There's no stalls.
Yeah, we call it bareback.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's even names for them.
The
things that we don't know. The things that we don't know.
Yeah, you're riding bareback. Yeah. I used to tell Alex, my son, when he was little, we'd go into a bathroom that we had to ride bareback. I said, just wait till everybody's out and then go. Because nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to sit on a toilet when it's a guy shaving and a guy putting deodorant on. You know, on a rest area, they do everything.
Other countries do it all the time, though. I mean, I've seen it where there's not even walls. There's just...
That's what I'm saying.
An outdoor thing.
Right. It's just actual...
It's bareback.
Toilets all the way in a row.
Gosh.
Yeah, in India, they're trying to make it illegal for monks to be pooping in the streets. But
I know. That was a good story.
But the monks, they want to have that right. They want to be able to continue to be able to do that.
Sometimes when you gotta go, you gotta go.
You can't do it. You're not a monk.
You don't know me.
When a person comes to you with a case, is it cut and dried?
Robert, keep us on track.
Is it cut and dried if it's going to be criminal or something else, or do you have to determine that when they come?
Cut and dried.
Well, sometimes there's cases that overlap. I've had people who've come to me for a demand letter for... Ooh, just hit the microphone. For one purpose, and then it turns out that they need something completely different. I get them it ends up being a family case. We do the demand letter, but it ends up being something completely different.
Oh.
Normally, if it's going to be criminal, they know that because they were arrested. But now some that they don't know would be like some of the auto accidents. They'll come for a personal injury, and there was an accident, and they were cited, and what they didn't realize is the way that they were cited, it's actually a criminal case. So they came for a personal injury issue, but it turns out that they have a criminal case against them as well that they didn't even know about. So, well, they did know. I mean, theoretically, people should know because there's that little box that is checked, but sometimes people don't read all the boxes.
Right.
There was a story in the news about the DNA testing that I guess it's not cheap.
No, it's like $500.
Okay, so if a person can't afford it and they're absolutely sure that if you did the testing, I'd be off the hook. If you do the DNA testing, you'll see that I'm innocent. Who pays for the DNA test? Does the client, the accused person, have to pay for it?
It's their responsibility to pay. I do believe there's some type of waiver or fee or indigency form. One of my clients had mentioned that they believe there was one, but my clients haven't qualified, so I don't know the answer. I could find out.
Really?
Yeah, but I know it's $500 if they.
So who does the DNA testing on these stories you hear about the guy that was he's been in prison for 20 years. They did a DNA test, they find out he's not guilty, and they let him out. And who pays for that? Not that $500 doesn't matter much if you've been in there 20 years.
Well, that's what the $500 is with the Department of Revenue.
They do it?
They have their own. A lot of the people who do the DNA testing for criminals who've been in for multiple years, that's the Innocence Project is one of the big ones. And one of my friends works with them. Right. So in Nebraska, of all places, is where she works.
That is the name I remember reading. Yeah.
And they do a lot of fundraising, so they get the funds, so they're able to pay for the DNA testing. But they don't use the same people. They have different labs that they would send it to.
Do prisoners, if there's an altercation inside the prison between one prisoner and another prisoner, do they handle that in-house, or can they get an attorney to sue the other prisoner for bodily harm, injury?
All the above, plus more. They do handle it in-house at times. It depends what happens. There is some type of, the way that I understand it, some type of deference given to how the watch commander handles exactly what's going on in his jail. But what will then happen is if they think that it rises to a level, they could charge the prisoner or jail inmate person with a new crime as well.
Oh my gosh.
So, then they would need to get a lawyer, but then you could always sue civilly as well.
Mm-hmm. Is it accurate to say that most cases that you see are family cases and not criminal cases?
Well, my practice started off reverse. It used to be 80% criminal and 20% family, and for some reason it's now 80% family and 20% criminal. So
you seem like you'd be very empathetic toward family. Maybe that's why.
I think that's why it grew. Yeah. It's just because I tend to.
Family's important to you.
It is important to me.
Yeah. And if you're defending a criminal, chances are he's a criminal, right?
No, I don't look at it that way.
Oh, really?
No, I really don't. I 100% do not look at it that way.
So I would have a hard time.
Criminal's fun, though.
I couldn't be what do you call it?
A criminal defense attorney?
Yeah, defense attorney. Because I would think, come on, you did it.
The funny thing is, when I was a prosecutor, that's what I would think. Like when I was a prosecutor.
You have to as a prosecutor.
There was almost a brainwashing that goes through the training process. I think. I missed it. It was subliminal. I didn't realize it was happening at the time. But then, because you do it, and then you're just like, absolutely, this is everyone's guilty. But then, now that I'm a criminal defense attorney, I'm like, well, one, even if they are guilty, doesn't mean the police didn't need to do their job, and then two, not everything happens the way the police say it happens. Just like there's bad people on the streets, there's bad people in cop cars.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Well, we have fun with you. What we learn from you too every week, Vanessa. What is your website again?
It is www.jenningslaw.net.
And once again, the phone number.
It is 352-804-0092.
Call us if you need any of that repeated. Plus, these interviews are posted on WOCA's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
From the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.